Let us put ourselves in the holy presence of God. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I am Phila, your host for today, and welcome to Tech Talk Top 10 Tips and Techniques of the new enhanced features of SAP Business One version 10. And I would like to acknowledge our participants coming from Luzon. Magandang hapon. And to our Visayas and Mindanao, maayong hapon. And to all, kamusta? So I hope we all are safe and healthy. And it's so nice to see familiar faces and familiar names. We've been through a lot this past few months, but I am glad that you are still finally together in our newfound home, Arcon Solutions. Thank you guys for joining Arcon's first webinar event for 2023. Because here in Arcon, we've always got you covered. Okay, before we start, I would like to run you through our webinar protocol. Please introduce yourselves in the chat box, type in your name and what company are you from. And for better listening experience, please keep your microphones on mute to eliminate background noise. And if you have questions, please message Glenn for Vismin customers and Windell and Marife for Luzon customers, and we will try to answer everything by the end of this session during the exclusive live Q&A. And please keep your commentary positive in the chat box. So this is our first ever webinar event for 2023, and I am so glad to have it all with you guys. So if you want to learn more about ARC1's updates, please like our social media accounts for Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. And if you want to know more about ARC1, please visit our website. So please scan the QR codes using your cameras and you will be redirected to our social media. So please like and follow. So just to make this webinar interactive, please don't be shy to chat us in the chat box, and our account managers, support team, delivery team are always be there to be of service because in ARC 1, we arc better together. To refresh you with ARC One team, who is continuing to support you in your SAP Business One innovation, let me call on the man behind ARC One Solutions, the ever dynamic, our CEO, Mr. Erwin Padrique. Hi, Sir Erwin.
I'm muted. Oh, hi. Dagang salamat, Fila, for that kind introduction. I hope I'm coming in clear now. So today is indeed a wonderful day. I can see so many familiar faces. To those whom I haven't met personally, ako po si Erwin Padrique. I'm the President and CEO of ARC1 Group of Companies. To my friends from Vismin, maayong hapon sa inyo tanan. To my friends in Luzon, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. And to everyone, a very pleasant afternoon. Today, I'm very excited dahil sabi nga ni Fila, today we've all found a home. You as our customers and ARC1 as your new SAP B1 partner. And as promised, we are conducting our first of the many training sessions, no, to cover updates which are relevant to SAP B1. And of course, additional technologies that would directly impact your utilization of SAP B1. So with me today are the leaders of my SAP B1 organization. Heading my Vismin operations for existing accounts is Mr. Glenn Mujeres. To most, Glenn has been very instrumental in navigating the relationship between you, your company, and AGS, making sure that the right resources are made available. Sa Luzon naman, in this part of the country, is divided into two, the northern and the southern regions. Our southern region is led by Ms. Marife Crucero and Windel Hernandez in the northern region. Both of them, Marife and Windel, have been very instrumental in the journey of our customers through digital transformation. Supporting them, of course, are very capable ex-AGS tenured experts. I mean, these are tenured experts led by our delivery manager, Neptali Balo, who is ably supported by Isa Baguio, who's leading our functional team. RV Segoksok leads our technical team and Rog Silmario and JR Aloran for our development team. So please, friends, sit back. Let's all learn together as we listen to our speaker. Again, ako po si Erwin Padrique. Sabi nga nila, imo nga partner and imo nga champion for SAP B1, saying, salamat sa tiwala for partnering with us and kita-kita sa susunod na Tech Talk. Over to you, Fila.
Wow. There you have it from our CEO. Thank you, Sir Irwin. So now we are very pleased to be joined by SAP SMB Solutions expert, Mr. Eduardo J.R. Barte. Hi, Jay. Hi, JR.
Mic is disabled. Oh.
Um, okay. So let
Naka-allow na. I already allowed it.
There you go. Can you hear
go
me,
ahead.
guys?
Hi, JR.
Chaos?
Yes, we
Yes,
can
Hello.
hear you
madungog ka, ma-hear
clearly.
you.
Hi, JR.
Makadungog na. Okay. Let me turn on my cam again. Okay. Ayan. How about that? Cam and video and audio on. I'm audible.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, Erwin. Good to see you and good to hear from you again. Hi, Arcon family. Magandang hapon po sa lahat. Just a quick introduction. I'm JR Barte. I'm your solutions, a local product expert for SAP Business One. I'm handling Southeast Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. So my role in SAP is to support Arcon family in terms of enablement and product related knowledge. So we have a different team handling or doing the support just in case there are functions or issues involving product concerns na sinesend po natin escalations globally. So in speaking to you, this is part of investing to SAP is making sure that there are group of people like me focus on really enabling partners like Arquan to deliver you the functions and the product itself. So am I allowed to share a slide? Anyway, I'm sharing one slide because I'd like this to be highlighted today as part of our journey and roadmap for SAP Business One. So I'm posting it in the group chat because you are using SAP Business One as a proven tool used by more than 70,000 businesses across the globe. And you have already been using the basic financial management, inventory management, the supply chain, the production. And I tell you, there are more to that. So if you have made your solutions already stable in terms of the basic ERP functions, I'm encouraging you to grow more with SAP Business One by leveraging or by using these advanced technologies. For some that have heard already of my some talks in some of the session in some of maybe SAP global sessions, we have talked about cloud technologies, analytics, Internet of Things, machine learnings, and these are proven solutions as well from SAP that could make your operations more efficient. And if you want to know more about it, please contact Arquan. There are more of for sure there are more of these solutions that can be added to your core program B1 as a platform, and then on top of it just activate maybe some of the functions like I'm talking about as a sample e-invoicing for some countries. In the Philippines we there's a direction already with BIR so that, and some companies are doing it already, and some of you may want to try and plan for it, and some of you guys have international companies as well, and this function is already in place with B1. Some automated like basic pag may mga sales order in through email. Do you know that B1 could capture and auto create from B1 Outlook my purchase order na sinend from the customer? Do you know that it's possible for you to create an automatic sales order in your B1? And that one could be made possible with these advanced with these machine learnings that I'm talking. So anyway, wow. Hello, guys. Some of you are very familiar to me. You're close to my heart. I'm happy to really see you. And I'm really happy to be here. And really, Arquan, ang, well, Fila, I've been talking with Fila, with Glenn, with Deftali. These are part of my previous family before. And I know these guys. And I'm happy that they are with Arquan. They are there to really support you and help you grow your business together with SAP Business One. And yeah, my role is 5 to 10 minutes, just a short of the saying hi, the saying get in contact with everyone, and know that yeah, part of the SAP family. I'm supporting Arquan. Erwin, thank you so much for driving this and for making time to really update our customers. Good job.
Yes. So thank you so much, JR, for that insightful tip. And yes, you are also close to our hearts. So again, together with our account managers, support team, and delivery team, and XAP Philippines, we are here to assist you in any best way we can. So in this webinar, we will tackle on the following updates and improvements of SAP Business One version 10 and technical requirements. Later on, we will also be having live question and answer, and at the end of the talk. But wait, there's more. We will be having games, raffles with cool prizes to be given away. So let's claim that year 2023 is the best year ever. So I welcome you to tips and techniques of the new enhanced features of SAP Business One version 10. So, to kick off our webinar for today, let me call on our first speaker. He is the SAP Business One team lead of ARC1, a certified public accountant with 8 years in the IT consulting industry with the roles of associate consultant, project manager, and solutions architect. Let's all welcome Mr. Naphtali Balo.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Fila. Once again, good afternoon, everyone. To our participants from Luzon, magandang hapon sa ating tanan. And then from our participants from Vismin, mahadjong hapon sa atong tanan. So I'm a J pronunciation for maayo because I'm from Bohol. So mahadjong hapon sa atong tanan. All right. Okay. So let's start. Okay, so before we proceed with the enhancements, I know you are all excited for the version 10 enhancements, but this was already introduced and mentioned as well by JR. So let's take a look. So I'm going to present to you the roadmap or the product roadmap of SAP Business One and the coming or in the future releases. Right, let next slide. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so for the product roadmap of SAP Business One, so as you can see here, we have here the recent innovations, planned innovations, and then the product direction. Okay, so basically to sum this all up, okay, so the enhancements of SAP Business One will be focused more in the coming releases with the web client improvements. So later on, I will also present to you what web client is, what it can do, and how it can improve our use of SAP Business One. And then we also have here, as mentioned by JR, more intelligent ERP elements are going to be added in the future releases. Some of which we have here the robotics and machine learning, the enhanced cloud technologies, mobile technologies, and then we also have more analytic capabilities and new business models are going to be added. And then e-commerce, we're also expecting e-commerce in the future and voice and intelligent assistants. Okay. All right. So let me walk you through before we proceed with the some of the really useful features of SAP Business One version 10. Let me walk you through the releases of the PL or what we call the patch level and the feature pack or the FP of version 10. Okay, so of course the version 10 was first released with the PL or the patch level 00. So that's the start of the version 10. It was followed by PL01 and then followed lastly by the last release for the PL is 02. So that ends the PL series for version 10. So the PL02 was being followed by the FP series or what we call the feature pack. So as you can see sa ating feature pack, meron na siyang 4-digit na number. So for example, for FP2008, so the first 2 digits signify kung kailan siya na year na release. So for 2008, it was being released last 2020. And then the last 2 digits signify kung kailan siya or what month siya ni-release. So for this example, yung after ng PL02, yan, we have the FP2008, meaning it was released on 2020, August 08. So it was followed by FP2011, and then followed by 2102, 2105, 2108, 2111, 2022-02, and the latest release is the FP 2022-08 or last year, 2022, last August. All right, so why am I mentioning this? Because later on the slides, you will be able to see na yung mga enhancements would start to be available on certain PL or FP. So it could be na naka-version 10 kayo, pero hindi pa available yung enhancement na to kasi on higher PL pa siya or higher FP. All right. So I know you all are excited for our version 10 enhancement. So let's start first on the main highlight of version 10, which is the web client for SAP Business One. So for the web client for SAP Business One, So take note, this is other than dun sa ginagawa natin or ginagamit natin na web browser access. So we now have another access. Pwede na tayong hindi na mag-install ng SAP Business One client as long as meron lang kayong internet. I-access nyo na lang siya through any web browser, but yung recommended natin is si Firefox at si Chrome. As long as meron kayong internet, ma-access yun na yung SAP Business One nyo. So we now have the web client for SAP Business One, which has an SAP Fiori Design Cockpit. So unlike before in the previous versions, if gusto nating magka-Fiori Design na SAP Business One, we need to go for the HANA version. But now, with the version 10, as long as nasa version 10 na tayo, ang web client natin meron ng Fiori style design na cockpit and meron na rin tayong dashboards for version 10 even if naka MS SQL version kayo. So this started, the web client was released on PL02 version 10. Okay, so same lang din yung function niya. Pwede tayong makapag-create ng mga documents, pwede tayong makapag-view ng mga reports, and the most exciting part here is yung feature na pwede tayong gumawa ng dashboards at pwede nating i-view yung dashboards with the Fiori style design. Okay, so to view web client, let's take a look at this. Let's play there. Okay, so si web client, as mentioned, pwede siya any web browser, pwede recommended sa Firefox or sa Chrome. So we can access the web client inside the SAP Business One client. Meron dong web client. As you can see here, na-redirect tayo. Nandito tayo sa ating web browser. Let me just go over this. And then let's play again. Okay. So as mentioned, yung web client, pwede natin siyang ma-access within the SAP Business One client. So that's under administration. I-click lang natin yung web client. And then magre-redirect siya to our web browser. As you can see, yan, i-enter lang natin yung database name and then same user credentials na nilalagin natin dun sa SAP Business One client. So enter lang natin yung user code and then the credentials. And then let's wait a bit. And then andito na tayo sa ating Fiori style design. So as you can see, very stylish na ang ating web client. So meron tayong different tabs. So after each tab, sa baba niya, meron tayong mga tiles. So we have here a tab for CRM, sales, yan, iba-ibang mga tabs, mga documents, purchasing, business partners, yan, payments. And we also have accounting tab, service, and human resources. And then yung na-mention natin, pwede na tayong mag-view ng dashboards with the use of the web client. So you also have here extensions, useful links, user-defined objects, and user-defined tables. Ayan. So as mentioned, yung pinaka-feature talaga niya na gustong-gusto ko, personally, is the ability to create dashboards. So we have here in the general overview, pwede tayong maka-access ng mga out-of-the-box or mga predefined na mga dashboards. So we just need to click this general overview for the standard na mga dashboards. So pagka-click natin, as you can see, we have here, example is an invoice totals by month. And meron tayong open opportunity value, sales order intensity, and then you also have top 20 item sales, invoice purchases, and so on. So yun yung mga standard natin. But I know most of us would want to create our own dashboards based on our requirements. So to do that, ayan, need lang natin i-access or i-click yung, you have here the user-defined queries. So we just need to create an SQL script kung gusto nating magkaroon ng customized na dashboard. So previously, kung gusto mo ng dashboards, that's only available for HANA version. But with version 10, even if MS SQL, meron na tayo. On the right side, you have here the notifications. So mga, kung for example, merong nagpa-approve, yan, makita natin dyan, yung notification or yung alert. And then, say for example, gusto natin i-customize kung paano natin ma-view or anong color na gusto natin for the web client. So we can also do that. So in this site, we can view kung ano yung mga recent activity natin. Ano ba yung mga last nating ginawa na document. So in this example, yan, my user-defined queries. And then we can also view kung ano yung mga frequently used na mga documents or module natin kay SAP Business One. So as mentioned, yung mga display, pwede din nating i-change. So for this one, this is SAP Belize Plus. But if I want a lighter tone na display, we can go for the SAP Belize. So ito si SAP Belize. So lighter siya compared kay SAP Belize Plus. So if I want a darker mode, pwede din. We have here the SAP Belize HCB. So this is all black. Ayan. But me personally, I prefer yung SAP Belize Plus. So ulitin natin, balik tayo kay SAP Belize Plus. So as mentioned din, yung web client, same lang din siya ng function kay client. Pwede tayong makapag-create ng mga sales orders o mga documents. We can also view reports. So say for example, for sales orders, yan, click natin yung sales orders. Ayan. So pagka-click natin ng sales orders, makita natin yung lahat ng sales orders na tayo yung nag-create. But pwede din natin siya i-filter na kung gusto natin lahat ng sales orders yung makita natin. So pwede din yon. So as you can see here, pag-click natin ng all sales orders, yan lumabas lahat ng sales orders. And then another cool feature of the web client is pwede na tayong makapag-mass cancel or mass closing of documents. Okay, so need lang natin i-tick yung nasa gilid, and then we have here the close or cancel. So say for example, you have multiple erroneous sales order, so you just need to tick those documents and then cancel. And then you also have here with the web client, pwede natin a chart form or graphical form yung presentation natin ng data. So you have here, yan, meron tayong pie chart, bar graph, yan, line chart or line graph. So depende kung paano natin siya gustong i-display. Ayan. So under each tab, ayan, mayroon siyang iba-ibang tiles. So for example, for my home, meron tayong sales quotations. So pwede natin i-edit kung ano yung gusto nating ma-display under my home na tab. And then you have the other modules. So as mentioned during the roadmap, so yung web client na functionality, yun yung would have more on the continuous improvement for SAP Business One roadmap. Okay, so if you have questions, feel free to drop your questions in the chat box. So some of my team would answer your questions. And if meron pa tayong time, we can also accommodate those questions. Okay, so that's it for the web client. Let's proceed to the next function or nice feature of the version 10. So another nice function of the version 10 is we have the MS Teams integration. So with the MS Teams integration, pwede na nating ma-access si SAP Business One inside our MS Teams, especially for those companies na yung communication platform nila is si MS Teams. Ayan, so pwede na nating i-access si SAP Business One within your MS Teams. So the benefit for this is a better collaboration with your teammate since you don't need to switch between applications. So say for example, you have someone gusto mong i-alert a certain user for a certain document. So you don't need to transfer from your MS Teams, i-access mo pa si B1 client, and then access ulit mo si MS Teams to notify someone or to flag someone about a certain document. So with the use of the MS Teams integration, mag-access ka lang within the MS Teams and you can chat directly yung certain team member na gusto mong i-flag about a certain document. Right? So as you can see dito sa example natin, yan, nag-access siya ng MS Teams but nakikita niya yung web client within it. And then, pwede din natin makita yung mga dashboards and charts. So as you can see, nasa MS Teams lang siya and then nilagin niya yung SAP B1 client. So pwede niya diretso i-chat yung team member for a certain document. No need na to switch between applications from your MS Teams, then switch ulit to your SAP Business One client. So more efficient yung pagko-collaborate with your other team members with this function. So this starts to be available with the FP or Feature Pack 2111. Okay, so let's proceed to another cool feature or nice feature of version 10, which starts to be available sa FP 2008 and FP 2011. So we have now the reference document enhancements. So previously, sa mga other versions, mga lower versions, walang reference document na field for these documents. See checks for payment, see purchase request, see goods receipt and issue, see inventory transfer request, and see inventory transfer. Okay, so with the use of this function, pwede na nating matag yung mga related documents for a certain transactional document. So say for example, yung goods receipt natin, gusto natin siyang itag kasi related siya to a goods receipt PO. So with the version 10, pwede na natin siyang itag kasi meron na siyang reference documents. So take note, we can tag multiple documents in a document. So say for example, for goods receipt, gusto nating itag si goods receipt PO, pwede tayong mag-tag ng sales order. So whichever document na gusto mong i-relate or i-reference a document, pwede na natin siyang i-tag to these documents. Okay, so to better appreciate this, so let's take a look at this. Okay, so as mentioned, yung mga documents na yon, meron na siyang reference document. So for example, si goods receipt. So let's access goods receipt. And as you can see, meron na tayong reference document na field. Ayan. So sa reference document, as you can see, meron na siyang, ayan, pwede na tayo makapag-tag. Let's say for example, for this goods receipt, this is related to a goods receipt PO. Ayan, pwede natin itag yung goods receipt PO and then select lang natin. We can put remarks. Then pwede din tayo makapag-tag ng multiple documents. So say for example, this is also related to a sales order. So select lang natin and we can tag the documents. As you can see, meron tayong number beside the reference documents. So this indicates kung ilang document yung pwede nating itag for this or pwedeng ilang document yung natag natin for this document. So we have 2. So we also have the reference documents under inventory transfer. And now we can also view reference documents under the recurring posting documents. So that's under financials. And as you can see, pwede na tayong makapag-tag ng reference documents under recurring posting. So especially if gusto nating itag ano yung related na expense for this recurring posting, so pwede na natin siyang gawin with this new version enhancements in version 10. Okay, so if you have questions again, please drop your questions. So we also have some team members who can answer your questions. Okay, so let's proceed. So another cool feature of version 10 is we have the enhancements in approval process. So enhancements in approval process, if na-access na natin si approval status report and si approval decision report, meron na tayong last updated by and last updated on na column. Ayan. So malalaman nung approver kung kailan na-update yung documents because of these columns. Meron na last updated by and last updated on column. So this started to be available sa FP 2105 or year 2021-05 May update. Okay, so another nice feature is the substitute authorizers. So ito yung mga clamor to ng mga clients natin na gusto natin na if someone, yung approver natin is nag-leave or nag-vacations, of course, hindi siya pwedeng makapag-approve. But with the new function in version 10, we now have the substitute authorizers for approval template. So say for example, yung manager nyo nakabakasyon, so of course, hindi niya pwedeng or for example, walang signal, hindi niya ma-access or ma-approve yung mga documents. So pwede na nating or pwede tayong magbigay or maglagay ng substitute approver for those documents na yung certain approver na yon ang mag-approve. So no need na kasi kung before for the previous versions, if gusto nating ma-approve yung document, need natin i-update si approval template, which is cumbersome siya kasi may instance na hindi siya pwedeng i-update si approval template kasi meron pang mga pending na mga documents. And then we also have to like for example, other option is yung i-update si approval template and i-access ng ibang user yung credentials ni approver. But with the use of this function, diretso na nating i-update kung sino yung substitute nung approver. So all pending and all newly created documents will be rerouted dun sa ating substitute authorizers. Okay, so let's take a look at this example for the approval enhancements. Back. Okay, so for the approval templates enhancements, so we also have another setup na in-add for version 10. So that's system initialization under general settings. Ayan, we now have an additional setup for enable authorizer to update document draft in pending status. Ayan. So say for example, pagkakita ni approver ng document, meron siya nakitang mali or gusto niyang i-update, so pwede na si approver yung mag-update nung for approval na document. And then pwede na rin na si approver na diretso yung mag-post ng document. For the previous versions, hindi ka pwedeng mag-update, si approver hindi pwedeng mag-update, hindi rin pwedeng mag-approve or mag-post ng draft document. Si originator lang yung pwede. So with version 10, pwede na si approver diretso ang mag-post. And then you also have here under approval decision report, meron na tayong draft update date and draft update time. So malalaman ni approver kung kailan in-update ni originator yung mga documents niya. So for example, na-reject tapos in-update. So makita niya na-update na pala siya at this period time. Okay, so we also have here, as mentioned, yung substitute authorizer for approval templates. So pwede na nating lagyan ng substitute yung, for example, nagbakasyon na approver. Ayan, so we just need to define kung sino yung lalagyan natin ng substitute approver. So in this example, ayan, change lang natin, update natin si authorizer code into, like say for example, si Fernando Yi, yung nag-out of office or nag-leave natin na approver. So i-select lang natin si Fernando Yi. And then under substitute authorizer column, define natin kung sino yung mag-approve on his behalf. So we have here si Alex Sabacho. So siya yung mag-approve. So we can also define here kung kailan lang siya allowed na maging substitute authorizer. Like say for example, nagbakasyon lang si Fernando starting today until the 30th. So i-define mo lang dito from date and then to date. So sa period lang na yan, pwedeng maging substitute authorizer si Alex Babatio. So this is very useful para mas madali yung pag-update ng approver. Unlike for previous versions, hindi ka pwedeng hindi madali yung pag-update ng approval templates. So need talaga i-access ni approver yung user credentials niya para lang ma-approve yung documents. Okay, so this is a very helpful feature. So narinig na rin yung clamor for this feature. And then next, okay, so if you have questions again, drop your questions in the chat box. And the next nice feature in version 10 is we now have the tab level authorizations in master data records. So before, in the previous versions, walang per tab services partner master data ng authorizations. So with the version 10, di ba sa business partner master data, meron tayong iba-ibang tabs. Meron doon contact persons, general, addresses, payment terms, accounting tab, and so on. So with the version 10 enhancement, pwede na nating ma-narrow down yung restrictions ng users per tab. Like say for example, yung encoder ng business partner master data, hindi siya pwedeng mag-update doon sa accounting tab kasi yung accounting na team lang dapat yung mag-update doon sa accounting tab. So we now can restrict that in a very detailed per tab na restriction. So to view that, so we have here. Okay, so for the tab level authorizations, all right, so we now have here, check natin sa system initialization under authorizations, and then let's view on the business partners module. Yan, meron na tayong business partner master data, naka-per tab na siya na authorization. So say for example, si SAP user, hindi siya allowed mag-update kay accounting tab kasi si accounting team lang dapat yung mag-update nun. So pwede natin siya na bigyan ng no authorizations for accounting tab And then say for example, for payment terms, bawal si SAP user na mag-update ng payment terms, but pwede lang siya maka-view. So pwede natin siya bigyan ng read-only authorizations. Meaning ng read-only, pwede siya maka-view, but hindi siya pwedeng makapag-update. Okay? So yon, read-only and then no authorization sa ating accounting tab. And then let's update. So let's try to check kung ano yung view ni SAP user pag siya na yung mag-access dun sa business partner master data. Yan, nilagin lang ni SAP. And let's wait a bit for SAP to log in. And then yung expectation for this is the SAP user, wala siyang access, hindi niya talaga makikita si accounting data tab. Makikita niya si payment terms but naka-gray out since read-only lang siya. Okay, so let's access the business partners. Ayan, and then we now have business partner master data. So as you can see, sa mga tabs, wala na yung accounting data tab kay SAP user. But kay payment terms, naka-gray out na yung mga fields since naka-read only na lang si SAP for payment terms na tab. Okay, so this is very useful if gusto natin na very specific yung mga authorizations natin. Kasi yung usual din na practice is iba-iba yung nag-update per tab ng business partner master data. So si accounting tab, of course, yung mas knowledgeable na nag-update dyan, si accounting team. And say for example, for encoder of the addresses, so siya lang yung makakapag-update for that certain information ni master data. So this ensures na consistent and sakto yung ating master data kasi hindi lahat merong access dun sa tab na yon or dun sa field na yon. Okay? So that's a really nice feature of the version 10. And the next is we have the enhanced open items list report. Okay? For open items list report, dinagdagan na siya starting PL01, meron na tayong owner, sales employee buyer, remarks, approved, created by, contact person, payment terms, BP project, and if meron tayong mga UDF sa mga documents natin, pwede na rin natin siyang i-display sa open items list report. And another, regarding the open items list, pwede na rin tayong makapag-mass cancel and mass closing of documents for these certain documents, si sales quotation, sales order, purchase request, purchase quotation, and si purchase order. Okay, so yung benefit nito, especially dun sa mga additional columns inside open items list report, is mas flexible and mafi-filter out natin kung ano yung mga gusto nating makita since meron na yung available na columns, especially for the UDF. If marami tayong UDF sa mga marketing documents natin, so mafi-filter out pa natin siya kasi available na yung mga columns na yon sa ating open items list report. Okay, so to view that, open lang tayo. Example ng open items list report. So since the open items list report, sa kahit saan siya na module, so open lang tayo ng open items list. Ayan, so for example, for open items list, scroll to the right lang natin, and then we now have these information. So example, si owner, si sales employee, the remarks, sino yung nag-create ng document, contact person, and the payment terms. And then if we have a lot of UDFs na gusto nating include dun sa open items list, i-click lang natin si form settings, and now we have a lot of UDFs na pwede nating isama doon sa open items list report. Then as mentioned, yung mga documents na nabanggit natin, pwede na tayong makapag-mass cancel and mass closing of documents. So need mo lang siyang i-tick yung mga documents na gusto mong i-close or cancel. So say for example, meron kang mga multiple erroneous sales order, so tick mo lang yung mga document na yon, then click close or cancel. Ayan. So very convenient na ang pag-close or cancel. So for example, mga purchase order na merong mga purchase order na hindi na ma-fulfill, so ititik mo na lang yung mga purchase order na hindi na ma-serve, tapos click close para hindi na siya mag-appear as open. So especially for those na volume talaga yung mga PO tapos hindi na masu-serve, for example, so pwede mo na siyang i-tick and then click close para hindi na siya mag-appear as open since nakakalito din pag maraming documents na open pa pero hindi na pala siya pwedeng i-serve or hindi na siya ma-fulfill. Okay, so that's a really useful feature of the open items list report. Okay, so nandyan pa ba kayo? So if you are still with me, kindly chat your company name just to let me know na nandyan pa kayo. All right, so next feature of the version 10 is we have the add button extended in marketing documents. Ayan, so andito pa sila. Ayan, so for the add button extended in marketing documents, we now have additional feature on how we would want to add or post our documents. So we have 3 options in adding. We have first the add a new, which is yan yung default for the previous versions. After adding a document, bigla na lang magba-blank yung screen kasi mag-add ka naman ulit ng another document. We know another is we have the add and view, which is after mo ma-post yung document, is ma-view mo yung na-post or pwede mong i-review yung na-post mo na document. And then lastly is we have the add and close function, which is after posting a document, let's say for example, sales order, automatically nagko-close ang document. Okay, so this starts to be available sa PL01 update ni version 10. Okay, so say for example, ito, meron tayong naka-open na sales order. And then, as mentioned, meron tayong add and new, add and view, and add and close. So kung for example, gusto kong i-try si add and new. So si add and new, yung expectation for this is after posting the sales order, magba-blank siya kasi mag-enter ka na naman ulit ng details ng another sales order. Yan. So enter natin yung mga information, ano yung mga line items, and then let's try to add a new. So ito yung default for the previous versions, nag-add and new tayo. Let's say for example naman, gusto nating i-try si add and view. Ayan, so let's try the add and view. Ayan, enter lang tayo ng customer. And then let's enter the delivery date. Ayan. And then let's try to click the add and view. So pag click natin ng add and view, yung expectation is ma-view natin yung posted documents. So unlike before, kung gusto natin reviewin yung na-post natin, need pa nating mag-last data record. But with the version 10, pagka-post mo, makita mo agad yung posted document. As you can see here, nakita natin agad yung posted documents. Hindi na natin ila-last data record or hanapin pa ulit yung na-post na document. So this is really useful for some na kung gusto natin makita pa or before i-close yung documents, makikita natin yung na-post document. And then we have here the add and close. Yan, enter lang tayo ng BP name. And then enter lang natin delivery date. So yung expectation for this is after ma-post yung sales order is automatically nagko-close siya. Yan, so let's try to post this document. Ayan, add and close, pagka-close expected, yan, nawala yung document kasi add and close siya. So the good thing about these functions is, nare-remember ni SAP Business One kung ano yung last mo na sinelect na option. So kung add and view yung sinelect mo for sales order, once na mag-open ka ulit ng sales order, naka-default na siya kay add and view. So this is really useful if yan gusto na mention dito sa chat box na useful siya for cashiers. So para pagka-post niya, makikita niya agad or ma-review niya kung tama ba yung na-post niya na document. Okay. Let's proceed to the other useful enhancements of version 10. Okay, so for the next useful enhancement of version 10, this is really useful for the accountants and the viewers of reports. So we now have the drill down to GL account in financial reports. Okay, so for the previous versions, if gusto mong, yeah, for example, nag-generate ka ng balance sheet report, trial balance, and profit and loss statement. Ayan, pagka-generate mo ng report, kung gusto mong i-view yung details or composition ng GL account, need mo pang pumunta ng chart of accounts para makita yung account balance and kung i-check mo yung per detail ng GL accounts. But with the version 10, meron ng katabi na golden arrow sa ating mga reports, which is, for example, si balance sheet, trial balance, and si profit and loss statement. So this is more convenient kasi i-click mo na lang yung yellow arrow, ma-view mo na yung breakdown ng GL accounts. So say for example, let's take a look at this, drill down arrow. Ayan. So of course, let's try to generate a balance sheet report. So the balance sheet report, that's under financials, financial reports. Ayan, then under financial, and then we have here the balance sheet. So let's try to generate a balance sheet report. So pagka-generate natin ng balance sheet report, as you can see, meron na tayong mga golden arrow sa mga reports. So for example, si Cash and Bank, MBTC Peso SA, meron na siyang katabi na GL or yellow arrow. And then pagka-click mo ng yellow arrow, magre-redirect siya to our chart of accounts and makita mo yung breakdown ng certain GL na yon. So same goes for the other GL accounts. Yan, meron siyang mga yellow arrow. So merong yellow arrow yung mga postable or active accounts, yung mga napopostan natin na GL accounts. Yan. So you have here, yan, meron na siyang yellow arrow. So this is very convenient for those financial statement preparers. Ma-review nyo agad. So mas efficient siya kasi compared before na isi-check mo pa siya isa-isa dun sa chart of accounts. So i-click mo na lang yung yellow arrow and makita mo na yung details and breakdown of that GL account. Alright. So I think happy yung mga accountants for this feature. Okay, so let's proceed to the next enhancement, which is on the user interface. So for the user interface enhancement, yung database name and yung username is nasa middle part, top part na ng ating SAP Business One client. So if gusto nating mag-switch ng database, example, nagme-maintain tayo ng multiple database, need mo lang i-click yung link na nasa taas, yung database name and the user code na nasa taas. And then you will be able to access the choose company and then you can easily switch between databases. And then another user interface enhancement is yung toolbar. If say for example, hindi mo naman need yung mga toolbar kasi gusto mo mag-generate ng reports, gusto mo ng larger working area. So now you can collapse that toolbars para mas malaki yung ma-view nyo na SAP Business One window. So to do that, let's take a look at this. Ayan. So as you can see, nasa middle top na yung database name and the user. So easily makita mo na manager, ito pala yung user code na naka-login currently. And then kung anong database, saang database ako naka-access currently. So nasa middle top part na siya. So pagka-click mo doon is, yan, magre-redirect siya sa choose company. So easily, pwede ka nang mag-switch between databases pag i-click mo yung yan, nung nasa taas or nasa middle part. Then as mentioned, yung toolbar, yan, pwede na natin siyang i-collapse. Pwede natin siya i-show or hide toolbar or pwede din tong icon na nasa top right. So as you can see, nawala yung toolbar and mas larger yung working area ng ating SAP Business One client. So if for example, gusto mo mag-generate ng reports, gusto mo ng larger working area, so i-collapse mo na lang yung toolbar and then yan, mas malaki na yung area natin for SAP Business One client. So this is more efficient and mas madali nating mananavigate yung mga documents inside SAP Business One. Okay, so another nice feature in version 10 which started to be available sa FP 2102 is the ability to access, if naka-read only yung access natin sa mga documents but full authorization siya sa change log, pwede na niyang ma-view yung mga documents na yun. Unlike for previous versions, like say for example, meron kayong mga auditor na users, of course, yung mga auditors, bawal silang mag-create ng documents, dapat naka-read only lang sila. But sa previous versions, hindi sila, if naka-read only sila, tapos full authorization sa changelog, hindi nila pwedeng ma-access si changelog. So dapat bigyan mo rin sila ng full authorization sa document na yon. With the version 10 enhancement, even if naka-read only lang ang user doon sa document na yon, as long as full authorization siya sa changelog, ma-view niya yung changelog. So this is a feature that is available starting FP 2102. So if may mga users kayo na nag-audit, ayan, so this is a really useful starting FP 2102. So hindi sila makaka-access o makakapag-add ng documents, but makakapag-view sila ng changelog. Yan. So for previous versions, hindi nila yun nagagawa kasi pag read only lang sa document but full authorization sa changelog, hindi pa rin sila makaka-view ng changelog. Dapat full authorized pa rin din sila sa document. All right. Let's proceed to the next enhancement of version 10. And let me next. Wait. All right. Wait. Let me go back. Ayan. So the last enhancement of the version 10 is we now have the service layer enabled for Microsoft SQL Server. Okay, so this is really useful for the technical and developer people. Okay, so if you have third-party apps na gusto mong i-integrate kay SAP Business One, so we now have a more convenient way to connect SAP Business One to our third-party apps. Okay, so we now have the service layer. So unlike before, kung gusto natin magkaroon ng service layer, so service layer before is only available for the HANA version. So with the MS SQL, meron na tayong service layer na functionality which enables us to connect our third-party apps more easier and more convenient way of connecting to our third-party apps. Okay, so this starts to be available sa PL01 natin na update. Okay? So yun yung mga highlights natin for the version 10 updates. So basically yung na-mention ko is just some of the really nice features na I think would be useful for most clients, and for those clients na gustong mag-upgrade for version 10, so those would be really useful tips and tricks for you. So I think on my end, that's it for me. Back to you, Fila.
Thank you, Neff, for those tips and techniques that surely SAP users will start using from now on. So for our next speaker, he is our SAP Business One technical lead with 7 years experience in the IT industry in system and database administration, networking, and SAP Business One deployment. So please, let's all welcome Mr. RB Saguksok.
Hello,
Hi, RB.
hello. Hello, Fila. Good afternoon. So it's good to see everyone sa chat. It's good to see seeing familiar names. So if you have some questions, by the way, feel free to chat sa chat box, okay? So today I'll be discussing a quick introduction sa tips or the system requirements or hardware requirements of SAP version 10. So, okay, let's start. So, technical requirements. I'll just include po yung ano po yung kailangan natin for the version 10. So, we'll focus sa version 10. So, the last operating system that the customer can use is Windows Server 2012 R2, but this is only for upgrading customers. So, it is not suggested that you will use R2 for a fresh installation. So we highly suggest to use the latest SAP or Windows OS version, which is the Windows Server 2012. And for the recommended memory, this is 32 gig, but it really depends on how many users that you have. Since we have service layer plus web client, there is an additional plus 8 gig memory that is required by SAP. So for example, you have 32 users of SAP, you have 32 licenses, so that will be adding 32 plus 8, so that's 40 gig of RAM that is required at the minimum. So we highly suggest to get a higher RAM if you want to enjoy the SAP Business One version 10. So for the client platform, it only supports Windows 10. I heard a lot of clients here reporting that they're encountering issues with the certificate, especially for the version the Windows 10 and Windows 11, because Windows 10 or Windows or Microsoft is already rolling out their new updates. So some lower versions of SAP is not compatible with Windows OS that is beginning version 10 and Windows 11. So we highly suggest that you already upgrade to the latest version to avoid this kind of errors or issues that you may encounter. So the recommended memory is around 8 gig, since it's not only SAP that you'll be using your browser like Microsoft Edge or Mozilla Firefox and Google Chrome, and they are RAM hungry as well. So for the MSQL or database version, the last version that SAP version 10 that can support that is supported, which is the MSQL 2016. But we also highly suggest that you get the latest version, which is the 2019 version, to avoid any issues or incompatibilities errors as well. Okay. For the versioning for HANA, since this is a different kind of since this is only for MSQL, we need to check since everyone here in the chat is already existing customers of SAP. They usually have SAP Business One, so we need to have a separate discussion for the HANA, since we need to check if we need to check the specific specs that we need for you to enjoy SAP Business One HANA. So we will be sending a data sizing tool so that we can generate the specific specs for you to enjoy SAP Business One for HANA. So I think that's it. That's a quick introduction to SAP Business One requirements for the version 10. So feel free to chat in the chat box if you have some questions regarding the SAP Business One technical requirements. Thank you. Back to you, Fila.
Okay, thank you, RV, for sharing the requirements needed for SAP Business One version 10. So please keep those questions coming, and we will surely answer that during our live question and answer. So with all that has been said, those are the updates for SAP Business One version 10. Don't go yet, because later on we will be having a raffle. Please answer this feedback form, scan it using your camera phones, and you will be redirected to a form. By answering, you will get one entry and your name will be included in the Wheel of Fortune. We will also be giving you 30 seconds to scan the QR code, and we will also be sharing the link of the feedback form in the chat box. So I'd like to encourage everyone to please fill out our feedback form, since this will be your ticket to our raffle. So are you guys still there? Can you send in naman your reactions? Okay. So just to break the ice, we'll be having a mini game. So this is Guess the Logo. So the first one to guess the correct logo wins 300 Gcash. Again, 300 Gcash to the winner. Since there are 5 questions, there will also be 5 winners of 300 pesos. So are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Can you please send in your reactions? Okay, thumbs up. Okay. For our first question. Oh, I think this is a bonus question, ha? This is a bonus question. Okay, who got it right? Let me check. Who got it right? Someone says it's Arc 1. Someone says it's Arc 1. Okay, is it really Arc 1? What's the answer? Yes, it's Arc 1. So, Sir Mark got the correct answer. So, for data privacy purposes, Sir Mark, please send me an email using this email address. And I will send you the GCash right after this. Congratulations! Sige, next na naman tayo, guys. Okay, please guess this logo. Oh, who got it right? Someone says it's Huawei. Make sure that it's the correct spelling, ha? Okay, who got it right? Who got it right? Let me check. Okay. Miss? Okay, can you please answer the correct logo? Next, it's Miss Emily Acevedo. It's Huawei. Huawei ba talaga? Okay, yes, it's Huawei. Congratulations, Miss M. Please send me an email for our third logo. For our third logo. Okay, I think this is a bonus question. Okay. Make sure ha, that's a correct spelling. Correct spelling yung ang ina-accept natin dito. Okay, for the third question, what's the correct answer, Glenn? Okay, it's Azure. Miss, who got it right? Miss? Okay, please send me a message or please send me an email. Nef of Intac, congratulations. For our fourth question. Okay, I receive an answer that it's Cisco. Cisco ba talaga? Okay, yes, it's Cisco. Congratulations to Okay, Sir Patrick, congratulations. Please send me an email for our last question. Oy, this is a bonus question again. Okay, what's the correct answer? Okay, it's Microsoft Teams. And who got it right? Okay, since Sir Patrick already won, it's Mr. Limuel. Mr. Limuel, please send me an email. Okay, so congratulations to all the winners of 300 peso GCash. Again, please send me an email. And please don't leave it because after this question and answer, there will still be a raffle. So I'd like to call on our panelists for today. Let me call on our CEO, Mr. Erwin Padrique, our account manager from Vismin, Mr. Glenn Mujeres, our SAP Business One Delivery Team Lead, Mr. Neftali Balo, and our account managers from Luzon, Ms. Windel and Ms. Marife, and also SAP Business One Technical and Support Lead, Mr. RV Sagoksok. Okay. Let me read na lang siguro ha. We have first questions coming from Mr. Jujel. Is SAP Business One HANA can upgrade into the version 10? So I think anyone from the sales team can answer this. Glenn?
Yes, hi. Hi everyone. Maayong hapon. Hopefully you can hear me. Yeah, can you hear me, Phil?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
okay. Sige, so maayong hapon sa tanan. Yes, any previous version can be upgraded to the latest version. Okay, sige. So, next question, please, Phil.
We have also a follow-up question from Mr. Jujel. Do you have a test environment for HANA for the upgrade? Maybe RV can also send in. Hi, Arvs.
I think Glenn answered sa chat. Mas maganda yung answer ni Glenn sa chat
Okay.
kanina. Backread ka.
Yeah. Sige lang, sige. I'll do that.
Ah,
So for the test environment, it should be from the client, no, for the test environment. But as we upgrade, let's say you take our services, no, you get our services for the upgrade, and then kami nang bahala sa test environment. So that's it. So if you want to upgrade it, pwede. It's for free. The software, the installer is for free. You just have to create a test environment before you upgrade to the production server. No? Just to be safe, dapat may test environment, may mga testing. Okay. Sige. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Glenn. So this question from Mr. Ricard, any from the delivery team can answer this. How can we check if what version are we now?
RV, you can answer that.
Yeah, just log into SAP and then help and then about SAP Business One. You can check your current SAP version through that.
Okay. Thank you, RV. So from Yesto naman, how about the mobile setup for the version 10? Any from the delivery team?
For the mobile setup, it's still the same with the previous version. So as of now, there's no update yet regarding to if there are any upgrades or changes. So you can still, or it's still the same, much. But for the web client, you can use it in any browser, I believe. You can use it including mobile devices.
Okay. Another question from Mr. Jujel. So I know this has been answered in the chat box, but then how many days downtime for the upgrade? Anyone from the panelists can answer?
RV.
Okay. So I believe Sir Erwin answered this one. He based on the Sir Erwin, there will, or based on theory, if this is or there is a separate environment for the testing, there will be no downtime. We just have to schedule for a specific cutoff date when we can migrate the production server to the latest version.
Okay, noted on that. Regarding naman, I think we had a question from a client regarding on the price list. So I know maybe si sales yung makaka-answer naman ito. Any from the sales team?
Price list or price
Pricing.
for the upgrade?
Yeah, for the upgrade.
Okay. Okay, sige, Phil. So price will vary, no, depende kasi we will have to check if there are add-ons or integrations, no. So ballpark figure nasa nasa 150 to 180. So it depends on the setup. So we have to sit down, scope for it, and then we can we'll provide you our proposal. But then again, You can upgrade it yourself. We will provide you with the upgrade guide. Pwede ding 50-50. You do 50% of the upgrade. We do the testing. So let's just we can discuss about it, no? Kung anong much better option for you. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Glenn. So I know some questions have already been answered in the chat box, but for the benefit na lang of everyone to know the answer. So there's a question from Mr. Limuel. What if bigla ang nag-absent si approver? Ma-approve po ba ang substitute ang document kahit kakagawa lang po ng substitute authorizer? So I think Nef can answer this
Yes.
question.
Yes. So yung once you set up the substitute approver, so all pending, yung mga pending pa ni currently nung nag-leave or out of office na user, mapupunta siya or ma-access din siya dun sa naka-set up na substitute authorizers. So yun, pagka set up mo ng substitute, makikita niya yung mga pending pa and yung mga magiging newly created or newly draft pa na mga documents. So yes.
Okay. So another question naman from Miss Princess. Pwede po bang mag-mass remove ng document draft?
Okay, for the mass removal of document draft, we still have to check on that if meron na siya available for version 10. But so far, yung mga na-experience ko, parang wala pa siya. So parang i-tick or right-click remove mo pa siya. But we will check further pa if baka meron na siya with the current enhancement on version 10.
I think Isa answered that already, and she said yes, and she already tested it in the.
Okay.
So
it's
yes,
now
it's
available.
possible.
So pwede na makapag-mass remove pala ng draft document. Yes. For version 10, it's now available.
Okay. Question from Sir John. What hardware requirements needed to utilize web client? And recommended setup needed to make it run smoothly?
Okay. So basically, based on SAP, if you already have 32, as mentioned before, if you have 32 concurrent users or 32 licenses, so we highly suggest you add additional 8 gig of RAM. So it is case to case scenario. So Sir John, can you please let how many users that you have currently so that we can have it maybe calculated 36. So that is 36 plus 8. That's around 44. Yeah. And if you have that around you have 36 users, so that's around plus 8. So that's around 44. You can have at least 64 gig if needed, but it really depends on if your server can still hold additional RAM. Aside for RAM, storage, if your storage is not but most likely it's all about the RAM because SAP nowadays is RAM hungry as well, just like the Chrome extensions or the new browsers that is being released. So most likely it's the RAM that is affected. And we also suggest if you check if your CPU is already almost maxed out, so you can also upgrade that one. But most likely it's the RAM that is affected.
Okay. We have a question naman from Miss Princess. If we will utilize the web client, can we print a transaction or encoding only?
Yes, you can view reports and you can print transactions or reports from the web client.
Okay. From Sir John, do all features in the local client also available in the web client, like mass document, cancel or close, and others?
Okay. So for the cancellation or mass cancellation and mass closing, so yung mga nabanggit natin na like purchase order, sales order, purchase quotation, purchase request, pwede siyang i-close or cancel within the local client. But yung kung gusto mo i-cancel you or close yung for example mga ER invoice, yung mga journal entry, nagagawa lang siya with the web client. So hindi available yung closing ng mga like ER invoice, EP invoice sa local client. Nagagawa lang siya sa web client currently.
Okay. Again from Sir Jujel, for the switch to the new version, how many hours po ba? I think yung sa upgrade siguro to, yeah.
So we can determine that one during the test and test upgrade. Since we need to upgrade the latest version or the production database to the latest version, so we can simulate that one during the test upgrade.
Oh. Mhm. Follow-up question also from Sir Jujel are there add-ons compatible to the new version rin?
Okay. So since this is version 9.3, I believe, Sir Jujel's current version, since this is a new family, there's a possibility that the old add-ons will not properly work to the version 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
by the way, the meaning of family, as mentioned by RV, is the family of 8, version 8 and up, family of 9, version 9.1, 9.2, and then family of 10,
9.3.
version 10. Okay?
Mm-mm.
Sige.
Okay, thank you. From MTIAA naman, do we have any search criteria in the approval decision report? Like for example, searching for a specific draft key.
Okay. Currently, Sir Brian, wala pang search criteria for the draft key. But what you can do as a workaround is pwede mo siyang i-sort mo yung details para makita mo yung draft key. So maybe in the future, idadagdag nila na yung search feature for that. Yung for example, gusto mong hanapin a specific na draft key. Pero ngayon, currently, wala pa.
Okay, thank you, Nef. From Sir John, any server requirement aside from the RAM?
I think I answered it live. So yeah, aside sa RAM, if the server needs an additional storage, we need to upgrade it, and also for the CPU. Yeah.
Okay. From First Tank naman, any requirements when we move from on-prem to cloud?
So requirement, if we move the server, is that the server that we need to move? I believe if it's
Yes.
server, so we just need
Server.
so we just need to set up your cloud environment first, and then we'll configure everything, do the testing, and then once everything is done, we'll migrate your existing production databases to the cloud.
Okay. From Miss Princess, regarding on web client, need po ba VPN? Ano pong kailangan to activate?
So for the web client, no need for VPN if it is published to the internet. It really depends during the installation and configuration of the web client. If your IT setup or your IT has a configuration that you need to install VPN, maybe you need to install it. But if it's published on the internet, no need for VPN.
Okay. From Miss Ivy, do we have any PDC management in the new version that we can use aside from the payment draft? Not deducting in the business partner balance until incoming payment due?
Okay. For the PDC management, maybe we can explore yung post data check deposit. Okay, so it's like a check warehousing function, but yeah, we can look into that. But currently wala siyang yan PDC na management talaga na naka intended for that uh intended for that na function. But we can explore, as mentioned, yung post-dated check deposit.
Okay, thank you, Neff. Another question naman from Miss Princess. Do we need to have a firewall since ma-publish na sa internet?
It's highly suggested to have a firewall, but it really depends on the client if it doesn't have firewall, since the web client needs only a specific port number that we need to configure so that you can access.
Okay. Wala nang questions, no? I think most of the questions have been answered naman.
See, I think Miss Win has a question. Can ARC1 assist in by RCS fast compliance?
Yes, we can assist. Definitely we can. Di ba?
Yes, yes.
Oo. Oo. I think, sino pa ba? Malado bang? By the way, I think may mga na-missed out na questions. We have gathered all the questions, no? And then we'll answer this. We'll send it via email sa lahat ng nag-join ng event para updated lahat, no? You can browse through it and check nyo na lang if we haven't answered your question here sa live. Check it sa email. Andun yung mga sagot namin. Sige. So, I think we can have two last questions. Sino pa ba? Meron kayong office sa Davao? Answer si yung CEO namin ang neto, mag-a-answer. Sir Erwin?
Yeah, Glenn,
Yes.
salamat for that. To the one who asked that question, yes, there's a plan to have an office in Davao. In fact, we've been looking for a location for the past months. So tentatively, before the year ends, we would have our own facility, our own physical office in Davao.
Okay,
We'll keep
thank
you
you.
posted.
Yes. Thank you for that, Sir Erwin. Sige. So I
Yes.
think si Jojel may question. Jel, we
Yeah.
can discuss this siguro after after this event. Mag-set lang tag schedule because we need to scope for this one. For ang add-on ninyo is BIRCS and DBP. Sige, lang ta discuss. Okay. Hello, Sir Glenn. Do you have office here in Cebu? Yes. Yes, Miss Fe. We are located in IT Park. So, naami sa atbang mi sa Krispy Kreme. There is a Park Central building sa Cebu Landmasters. We're located at the 14th floor. Let me know lang if you guys is naamod rin doon sa sa IT Park. Magkita-kita. We can have lunch, dinner. Let me know lang. Yeah.
Okay, sige. So if ever we've missed your questions, please feel free to email us. As you can see naman in our background, our email addresses are flashed. So just to end na lang siguro this Q&A, any parting words from our panelists? Let's start off with our sales and to the delivery. And lastly, any last words or parting words from our CEO? Sige, let's start off muna sa sales team natin. From Luzon and Vismin.
I think
Yeah.
yan,
Yeah.
si Marife.
Yes.
Sige.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for today, for being with us today. We really appreciate your attendance. And thank you as well for actively engaging in these activities. I hope that we are able to impart knowledge to you all. Thank you very much for the partnership. Let's move forward together, be a partner for life. Thank you again, dear partners.
Hello,
Miss
good
Linda.
afternoon, everyone, and thank you again for joining us this afternoon. Yeah, we're really glad to have you here. And if there is anything else that you would like to clarify, or I want us to have a more in-depth demo with you, please feel free to contact us, and we will definitely be happy to assist you. And we hope to see you, of course, on our next Tech Talks.
Okay. From the delivery team naman. Nef and RV.
Go, Neff.
All right. So on my end, so I hope na na-excite kayo doon sa mga dinemo ko na features ni version 1. So I hope na-excited kayo to go for the latest version 10 FP 2208. So ang ano naman direction ni SAP is yan, always continuous yung improvements niya. So expect more exciting features in the coming releases ni B1.
Harvey?
Okay. Okay. So if you have some questions or more clarifications regarding to your servers, feel free to contact me to this email if you can see it.
Hmm.
And yeah, if you have also my phone number, personal phone number, feel free to contact me anytime.
Personal yun ha, sige.
Sir Irvin?
Yes, Fila, thank you. Thank you, team, for those encouraging words to our partners and customers, friends, customers, partners. Again, thank you very much for the trust you have accorded us through the partnership. This really meant a lot. Your trust will help us propel forward. I just do hope that we can continue to grow together. Let's have an open communication. Let's collaborate always. Feel free to reach out to us, to any of our team members. And of course, most especially, you can always reach out to me through WhatsApp, through Viber, through mobile phone or email. Again, thank you very much, Tila.
Okay, thank you, Sir Irwin and panelists. So, as part of the perks you enjoy if you are ARC1 as your chosen provider for SCP Business One, we are sharing with you our calendar of activities for our free SAP Business One modular courses. So, take note, this is for free. Here are our calendar of activities. Okay, for our next free modular course training that will be on May 31, we will tackle on basic SQL and Crystal report training. And next will be on July 19, SAP Business One server best practices and SAP B1 HANA technical requirements. And next is on September 27 for administration module. And lastly, that will be on November 29 regarding on purchasing AP module. So all schedules are subject to change and customers will be informed a month ahead of the schedule changes. So in between, we will be having our webinars and many face-to-face events. So just stay tuned for that announcement, okay? So before we will proceed to our raffle, may I request everyone to open their cameras for a pictorial. Okay. Can I request everyone please to open your cameras for this pictorial? So I'm just so glad to see everyone, our beloved clients from AGS who are now with us. You are now ARC, one of us, di ba? So hi, FCA Sir Jerry. Hi, sir. From Subutel. Hi, Ma'am Fe. And to everyone na nako makuan ha masturya since I can't view na sa kato mga naa sa taas na chat box. So I'm just so happy to see you all, guys. Yes. So again, can I start now?
Yes.
Okay, so smile, guys. 1, 2, 3, smile. Again, one last shot. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you, guys. So, I think this is the most awaited part of the program, Gyud, the raffle. So, yes, there will be 5 winners of 500 Gcash. So, may I call on Miss Windell to assist us in the raffle? Hi, Miss Windell.
Hello. Ayan, excited na ba kayo?
Excited na ba kayo?
Thank you so much sa mga nag-answer ng ating feedback form. Okay. We'll have
Yes.
5 winners, no? Can you
So,
see my screen?
answer ha sa
Yes.
feedback.
Yes.
platform. Okay. Sige.
Okay.
For
For
our
our
first winner, sino ba ang ano, sino ba ang nakatakdang manalo ng 500 GCash?
Wow!
Okay, so now, Coach Mel,
Pa-
congratulations! You are
Pinakadaghan
our
og question.
Yes, first winner of
Congrats.
500 GCash. Sir Jujel, please message me or send me an email in this email address for data privacy purposes. Congratulations, Sir Jujel. For our second winner of 500 GCash. Hala, sino kaya? Oh, Sir Jerry of MCIAA. Congratulations, sir. Yes. Sir, please send me an email. Thank you and congratulations. For our third winner. Oh, sino kaya sa ruleta? We have Miss Vanessa San Gabriel. Miss Vanessa, congratulations, Ma'am Vanessa. Please send me an email in here. Congratulations. Sige. For our fourth winner, we have sino kaya? Oh. We have Sir Josephus Manhares. Congratulations, Sir Josephus. Please send me an email in this email address. Congratulations. For our last winner of 500 GCash, sino kaya ang mananalo? Oh, we have Miss Hermie Reyes. Congratulations, Miss Hermie. Please send me an email, ma'am. Okay, congratulations to all the winners. Please send me an email in my email address in here. So, let me call on na lang siguro our account manager from Vistmin, Mr. Glenn Mujeres, for the closing remarks.
You're muted, Glenn.
You are muted, Glenn, again.
Hi. Sorry. Sige, let me stop sharing na lang no para I can see. Sige, so thank you. So the secret day of winning is ask a lot of questions. So congrats, Jojel, for winning, no, and for those four others who won, si Sir Jerry, no. So the participants we had for today is 140. So we reached 140, no. So daghang salamat. Thank you so much for joining. Pag on sa camera, when everybody turned on their camera, no, my heart felt kanang happy because seeing familiar faces, mga kaila, no, makahappy jud. So daghang salamat for joining us, and we are looking forward for everyone who joined us today to join us on our next event. No, daghan pa tag events as mentioned by Fila sa ganina sa slides. We have 4 upcoming events for the trainings, but more than that, naapatay mga face-to-face. We'll be updating you, we'll be sending you an email, we'll be inviting you, no, to join us, and kita-kits, magkita-kita ta hopefully face-to-face soon. So daghang salamat for joining and maayong hapon. Thank you guys, daghang salamat.
Okay, there you have it, and that's all for today. Thank you for attending today's webinar, and this has been Fila Claire Bensi. Thank you, and see you soon.
Thank you. Yes, if you have questions, please stay. We can spare 20 minutes more, no? Sa katong naapang may mga questions. Stay, or you can just send us an email, call us. Again, we will be sending you an email. We gathered the questions, isend na mo to tanan sa inyo. I will be sending it all to you. No, salamat, daghang salamat. Thank you.